This is Duncan Love Sci-Fi 360, and I was going to make another video about the Avengers announcement and what they did at the Comic-Con for Marvel Studios. First of all, I'd like to say what an effort by Tom Hiddleston to show up as Loki to the panel, to the Guardians of the Galaxy panel, I think, which is basically the Marvel Studios panel, and acts in the way he usually does as Loki. So yeah, kneel before Loki, and I can't wait to see Thor: The Dark World. I'm pretty sure that Loki's gonna be such a badass in this. They're saying some people may think he might be a hero in that movie, like he saves Thor from something or whatever. But yeah, can't wait for that movie. It's directed by Alan Taylor, and it's starring it's starring Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Lady Sif, Jamie Alexander as Lady Sif, who I want to play Wonder Woman. If you didn't know in my other video, so yeah, check that out. And Natalie Portman as Jane Foster. Anthony Hopkins as Odin, Renee Russo as Thor's mother, and a bunch of other cast. Yeah, main reason why I want to talk about right now is the Avengers panel, or whatever, the Avengers news at Comic-Con. The Avengers 2 is going to be called The Avengers Age of Ultron. Now, I don't know what to really think about that, because I'm not a big fan of all the Marvel comics and the Marvel things. I'm more of a DC fan. So, I don't know what to think about that. I'll definitely read up on it when it comes out in graphic novel format, the limited series of Age of Ultron. And I'll definitely read up on some of Ultron stuff on Wikipedia and other graphic novels I can rent at the library. Oh, and if you can post down the comments below what you think would be the best Ultron storyline that I could be able to pick up at my library, then please comment down below. Thank you very much. My overall thoughts on this, I'm not really that pleased with it. I thought Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet was going to show up in it. And another reason why I'm skeptical about this is because they're using Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, two different actors that should have been just owned by 20th Century Fox, and Paramount has the rights to Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. How the hell are you gonna give them their origin story without Magneto being their father? Yeah. That's where I'm going right now. Magneto is their father. If you do not know that, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are the daughter and son of Magneto, aka Eric Lyncher. So, how the heck are they going to do that? That is what I'm wondering. If you have an idea in the comments section below, please put it up. I don't really know what Whedon's trying to mess up with, but yeah, I really, really wish they just kept with Thanos. And I really wish they kept the Infinity War storyline and add that to in the mix for the Avengers 2. Maybe call it the Infinity Gauntlet, the Avengers the Infinity Gauntlet, or the Infinity War. But yeah, I'm not really pleased at the news of this, but because I have to look up a little bit on Ultron, and I have to read some things about him. I know he was created by Hank Pym, aka the Ant-Man, and that's also another reason why I came here. His Ultron's origin story is he was created by Hank Pym through nanotechnology, and Hank Pym isn't going to be in the Avengers 2. What gives? He's going to be in the Phase 3 movie. Why not introduce Ultron as the main villain in Ant-Man before you decipher him into a main villain for the Avengers to face. Now, rumors are coming out that Ultron's origin story is that he will be created by Tony Stark instead of Hank Pym. I can see where they're going with that, but Tony Stark, he doesn't really have the kind of technology in that sort of sense. And Hank Pym is more scientific, whereas Tony is more technical. But he is still scientific, since he learned a lot of physics from Bruce Banner in the first Avengers movie. So, yeah. It's going to be really hard to adapt that, I think, if it's true that Iron Man is the creator of Ultron. So, yeah, it's going to be really hard for me to believe that. I'll maybe believe it when I see a trailer or a teaser or something. Yeah. By the way, Karen Gillan looks fabulous with a bald hair for her role in the upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy movie. For those who do not know, Karen Gillan was a companion in the 5th to 7th seasons of Doctor Who, the new series, which has the current Doctor, Matt Smith, who is going to be regenerated in the Christmas special. And that's what I know her from. She's a great actress. She can take a commanding role. She can be a bit funny sometimes. And, yeah, she could play. I'm interested to see her in the role that she's playing. And I'm also interested in seeing Benicio del Toro, Michael Rooker, Zoe Saldana, those actors. I'm also interested to see what they play in their role in Guardians of the Galaxy. And I'm hoping James Gunn can deliver an exceptional, well-made movie, like a space opera, like it's supposed to be. And I just hope that it's a lot better than what Star Wars, the prequels were, or even the original trilogy. Because I'm not a fond on the Star Wars saga. I don't really collect all those movies. I don't really see those movies that much. So, not really a big fan of it, but I'm interested in Guardians of the Galaxy. That's a very interesting concept in comic books being adapted into a movie. And I think it could really work out with a good director like James Gunn. So, yeah. Other than that, what else was there? Captain America, which I really don't care about, and I really, really have low expectations for. I didn't really like the first Captain America movie. He is my least favorite of the Avengers, whereas my favorite is Thor. Yeah. And I'm really excited for Thor. But, I don't know. It's just taking too much from the Dark Knight trilogy, from what Warner Brothers has done with the Dark Knight trilogy. I liked all the fantastical elements in the first Avenger, but it just didn't really sit out with me. And plus, I do not really like the actor who's playing Captain America. I think Captain America's fit for an actor like, I don't know, Carl Urban or Vin Diesel or whatever. And I know I'm going to get a lot of hate when I said Vin Diesel, because Vin Diesel is supposedly has met with Marvel for an upcoming movie, which may be Avengers Age of Ultron, as the Vision, because he creates the Vision. Ultron creates the Vision in the comics. And I could see where they're going with that, but again, going back to the origin story of Ultron, how the heck are you going to introduce Hank Pym when he isn't already being introduced until the first Phase 3 movie, which is Ant-Man? How can you do that? Like, there's got to be a reason why you think Iron Man could create such a being, or such a being that may think he is a god, like Ultron, for example. And how are you going to adapt that? I won't be convinced until I see a teaser, a video, or something that shows me that it can completely erase my skepticism. So I do have skepticism for Age of Ultron more than I did for the first Avengers, because you know where that was going. Loki was going to be the main villain, so yeah. Ultron, I don't know anything about him, and for me not knowing anything about him and me hearing that he's changing Joss Whedon's changing the origin story for Ultron, I don't know where to put this. I think I just want to see something really well done, and I want to remove my skepticism, but I'll remain with my skepticism right now, and I'll start reading some Ultron stories and the Infinity War, and I'll be reading those all at my library. And I'll be going to Fan Expo later this year, so I might, and might pick up the Age of Ultron storyline. Yeah. And I will go from there on. I've heard it's bad, but you know what? Matt Fraction writes some good Marvel stuff from what I hear, from Candy X-Men to Iron Man. I really want to read all the Iron Man that's coming out lately. I've heard that stuff's really good. The Invincible Iron Man series I've heard is good. And Uncanny X-Men is another one that I was fond of when I came from Indigo today. Like, I looked at the big graphic novels of Uncanny X-Men that Matt Fraction did, and I'm interested, to say the least, in his version of X-Men. No matter what, though, my all-time favorite X-Men arc would be Astonishing X-Men. That was really well done, and that was a fantastic job that Joss Whedon did with the characters, and where he took Kitty Pryde and Wolverine and Colossus and all the other X-Men that were in that. It's just a really well done job. Anyways, back to the films. The most I'm looking forward to is Thor: The Dark World. The least I'm looking forward to is Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Because I think that if it's just going to be an action-packed film and have no fantastical elements in it at all, then it's just feeling like it's a ripoff of the Dark Knight trilogy to me, and I don't see that in a Captain America movie. Like, Captain America has to have some sort of fantastical element, like a villain, which I don't think they really have in this film, other than the Winter Soldier. I really don't think they have, like, a credible enough villain in this film. And let me tell you, when you get good Captain America stories, it's either Red Skull or it's some other Marvel Universe villain. And I haven't really read anything Winter Soldier related, but yeah, the movie just doesn't appeal to me at all. Like, I don't know about you, but comment about that in the sections below, in the comment sections below, on what you think of the Captain America movie, what you think is going to be the best Marvel Phase 2 film before the Avengers 2. So yeah, comment down below. There's a link to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.